All right, everybody, welcome. This is Paul and
Johnny J,
John.
aka John
Great.
Janosco. Yeah.
And we're at the SpaceX launch site, and I've got a new microphone and everything. And welcome to the stream, everybody. 18 people on right now. Can you see the chat, John?
No, is that where do I? How do I get that flowing? This is new to me as well. The chat
You might
there.
open.
There we
Yeah,
go.
you might open another. You got it. Good, good. Hey, elongated, sleepy druid, Javier. Nice,
Javier.
everybody.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Johnny.
So
I just can't. I want to be able to see the chat and the screen, but I guess I'm being picky, huh?
no, maybe open. You might be able to open another tab to see the screen too. Let me. Okay, just a minute. He's coming back in right now.
All right. So tap the chat.
Hey, Bill and Patrick. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody.
So
So
I
I'm
could
testing. Go ahead.
go ahead.
You're good. You're good.
Yep. I would love to
Go
see the
ahead.
chat and the screen if
Oh,
this software allows it.
okay. I can see it on my right. I'm surprised that you can't see it.
Well, let me see what we got.
Hey, Kendall, SCB Tech, Black Navy, elongated. Today's reality, El Hungaro. Hiya, Johnny and Paul. Yeah, hey, everybody. So I got a new microphone here, wireless headset, and I'm here on site with John, and I have an umbrella to block out the wind for the mic. So, and John is maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself, John,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Ooh, give me one sec here. Apologize. It's not Boca Chica sun, but it's sunny here too. So yeah, I'm John from Asheville, North Carolina. Paul, you there?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Um, and got to visit with Paul about a week ago. We got to hang out in Boca Chica, and Silas, my son, and I, we got to hang out for I'd say about a good 3 days down in Boca Chica there, which is quite an amazing place. A lot going on.
Hey, John, can you lower your voice a little bit?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure. Is that
that's
better?
good. Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Yeah, so keep going. Tell your story, John.
You're frozen a little bit, Paul. I want to see if we can unfreeze you.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. So earlier we were doing a stream. I'm gonna kind of re-go over what we were talking about, but um, when we got to visit down there, I was talking about the ability to go down there and able to see what you can see. Is a pretty cool little getaway, kind of an adventurous getaway. Most fathers and sons, they're going to go on a journey. It'd probably be Disney World or, oh, I don't know, a water park or something like that. But my son Silas was all on board for going down to Boca Chica and checking it out. So we're pretty big enthusiasts with SpaceX and obviously the build site there between the production facility and the launch facility there that they're building. And
Okay.
yeah, when we were down there, just super surprised at all the staff, how the energy down there, how welcoming it is down there. Um, the workers down there, whether it's electricians, plumbers, um, all of the tradesmen down there, just super friendly, appreciative, and they're excited we're down there watching, you know. And
Right.
went as far as a couple along the way would stop and say hi to Silas and I, and kind of see him where we were from, and very thankful that we were down there checking out the site. They tell us a little bit about themselves, and we might ask a question or two. But what a pretty cool place to visit. And you're pretty lucky there to be down there every day, getting to see the progress and getting to document this part of history.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and something I used to want to do when I was a younger kid to go see some of the space stuff. And here we have it finally, a commercial private company doing it, and we get access also.
Did you ever get to go? Did you ever go to NASA at all in Florida area and see anything there?
Yeah, I saw one space shuttle launch in 2000 in 1999,
Oh wow!
and in 2000 the year 2000 I did. Yeah.
Well, that's
Um,
awesome.
yeah.
I can honestly sit here and say I have never seen any rocket launch whatsoever, but have been an enthusiast for this long. So Silas and I have talked about SpaceX will probably be my first launch I witness in person.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, and it might be right there, right behind you there, where you're standing, right off that orbital
Yeah.
launch pad.
Right. And so we did this stream before, and I just bought this wireless microphone. So before we were getting some static during the live stream, everybody, and there may still be a little static now, but when we replayed the live stream before, some of that static had gone away. So we're trying out the new microphone right now, and if it's not perfect, at least it's maybe a little bit a step forward. So um, behind me, we got the tower, and we got the catch arm that they're working on, and I'll learn better ways to move the microphone and the camera around while I'm holding the umbrella and doing the wireless mic thing here. So, but this is the first step for us going forward, and thanks, John, for being here.
Oh, absolutely. Bill Cotton said, "Nice and clear, Johnny." So as
Good
far
deal.
as the audio, coming in nice and clear.
Good deal. A little bit to the left. Okay, let me see if I can. To the left would mean maybe to the right. Let me see. To the left would be toward me. So be a little bit like that, maybe. There you can see some of the catch arm then, like that. Good, good. So, and I can do this another way where the camera does it from the other side. So instead of me looking at the chat like this, I would be behind and the camera would be coming out the back of the phone here. So I can set it up that way too, and it would be a little bit different setup for everybody.
That's awesome.
Cool. So what I think Silas got like a special trip around, and were you with him when that happened?
Um, Probably shouldn't mention a whole lot about that.
Okay, forget it.
Yeah.
I thought that was the big story you wanted to tell
Well,
everybody.
yeah, yes and
Yeah,
no, but I gotta
sure,
kind of respect some things there.
sure. Okay, forget it. Forget it. I thought
No,
that
no,
was
no,
it.
no worries
Yeah,
there. Um, but I can't
you
stress
said.
enough about the SpaceX
Sorry.
staff, how awesome
Okay.
they are. Um, Super friendly, and it's amazing how they love the energy of like almost the fan base.
Oh, I got you. I
And
got you.
they get fueled off that fan base.
Right. Right.
And it drives them to work even harder, I've been told, and they
Okay.
feel the excitement and energy, and it motivates them.
That's
And
good.
I can attest to that.
Okay. Okay. So what's going on at your place? Do you have anything exciting in the future? If we do another live stream, you can show us some of what's going on at your house or wherever you're staying.
Well, with the hurricane that just came through, we got about 8 inches of rain in 3 days. So I don't know if anybody
Okay.
can fathom how much water that is. Speaking of ocean cam and the joys of water, that is a lot of water, Paul.
8 inches in 3 days, you said, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, wow. And what was that? Hurricane E something? I forgot. What was the name of that?
Believe so. Don't quote me on the
Okay,
name. I just know it came up the East Coast there, or from the
okay.
Southeast, like with vengeance.
Right
Um,
on. So you're in North Carolina, right?
Asheville,
Is that
yeah,
Asheville? Oh, good, good, good.
Asheville, North
Okay.
Carolina, in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. More of the foothills, but it's a good
Okay.
chunk of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
Yeah, I used to live up in Virginia in the Blue Ridge Mountains over there too.
Yeah, I remember you had mentioned that to me. Pretty cool.
Good, good, good. So earlier, we did a couple live streams earlier. We did one live here for those of you watching, and then I put that on. I made that unlisted that live stream because of the sound issues. And then we did like 4 other live streams, private live streams, to test out the sound from here, and then also in Brownsville. So we've done some testing here with the sound to see if we can get it really good. And so I'm holding an umbrella, not so much to get the sun off the phone, but just to keep the wind off the mic here on the. So that was a big upgrade today, and
By the way, it's doing very well. I
good,
don't hear
good.
any wind noise, so that's progress and a check mark in that category.
Right, okay.
For sure.
So that's awesome, everybody. So in the future, we have a lot more leeway on what we can do here. So yeah, I could plan around. So I'm going to start. Maybe we can look at the chat, see what people are saying, and together we can get to these people's thoughts and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, address what they're looking for there, and any questions or I'm right here standing by. I'll check it out with you.
Good deal. Exploration. Rockstar. So I usually just acknowledge what the people, and then if they say something interesting, I'll kind of speak about it or say hello or something.
Sounds great.
And I recognize a lot of people. If you can see the chat too, can you see the chat too, John?
Yeah, I'm checking it out right now.
If you touch one of these names, touch one of those and see what happens.
Not a whole lot.
Do you have a touch screen? Do you have a touch screen?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Touch one of those names on the right there. Does anything?
No, my chat, I have to actually hit the chat and see the chat independently. But that's okay. I can see it for now. Work in progress. We'll figure it out.
Watch this. Watch this.
There we go.
I can touch your name and it'll pop up. Can you do that too?
Negative.
Okay. I'll see if I can enable that for the future.
Yeah, maybe it's a setting you got to release for me to see chat or whatever.
Okay. Interesting.
On my screen, but I can definitely tap chat at the bottom, and I can see it at the bottom there for sure.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, tap chat, and we'll go through some of this.
Let me give a shout out to Elongated Muskrat. I definitely see you, and I see your chats. So salutations to you, sir.
That's good. Elongated, thanks for checking it out. All right, Praxi, thanks. Praxi, nice to see you here. Elongated. Yes, Silas, we see you. Aiden. So, John, are you here in the chat too, or no? Does it show? Do you show here in the chat also?
I can just see them.
I'm looking for your handle. Do you show up as anything? What does yours say? I thought you were elongated, but maybe not.
No, Johnny J.
Oh, Johnny, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking through the chat here, and so is John, and we're looking to see if there's any good questions or anything that y'all like to talk about or chat about. And we can make the screen here larger just so y'all can get a better view of what's going on. Hey, Universal Pain, nice to see you here. Thanks for saying hello and checking it out. When we do this type of chat, this chat is going to be for when we do like conversations or interviews. Tomorrow there's going to be John, maybe you check out the chat right now, and I'll chat a little bit. Okay.
So
tomorrow there's going to.
Yeah, Chris John's asking about the catching arms and the QD, if they're done welding with that, kind of what the status has been that.
Okay.
And I know you've been checking it out this morning.
Yeah, so there's a variety of layouts we could do here, but the quick disconnect and the catch arm, you could see they're still working on it. The catch arm, they added a new, I added some pictures, I think, to Twitter earlier today, but they added like a new pillar this morning for the catch arm. And the quick disconnect, you can see over here, the yellow structure, they're adding more of these white pipings going vertically. Let me pan to the right so I can see it. Your left, but my right.
Aiden
Just see
C's
if you,
wondering if if they're testing yet.
yeah, they're not testing it yet, but they're adding more of the white piping and things.
Alan,
Just a
we
minute,
hear you. We
everybody.
hear you. I see it where it pulls a little stop and go on the video, but it's a work in progress. We're gonna work on that.
Yeah, so they're adding more of the more piping to it, and I think even some hydraulics, because I got some red piping, and you're good. And one of the close-ups, someone had mentioned they saw hydraulics, and maybe there are some hydraulics being added. You could think about if they're going to be rotating that quick disconnect around, they're going to need some hydraulics to move it around. So
That's right.
that would be why they would have hydraulics on the quick disconnect, and also the tower. You know,
Steven wants to know, is that scaffolding around the arm?
around the arm. Yeah, that is some scaffolding because they're working on it throughout the evening and the daytime. Can you see the arm from there? And maybe if I move out of the way, you can. Yeah, I can rotate it to the left a little bit and get a little better shot there. Yeah, so there's a bunch of scaffolding there, and they work on it throughout the evening and everything. Yeah, and the daytime.
Let's see. They're asking about the global weather updates. Have they almost completed the orbital tank farm?
Yeah, the tank farm. I can maybe pan to that way also. Let me move it that way, and I'll get out of the way. Let me know if you want me to move it to the left or to the right. You can see that there are 3 silver tanks over there, and so they got a couple tanks that they're working on there, and then they have the the shell there that is ready to be lifted by the lever crane, and that'll go over one of those tanks. And then they have spaces to move 2 more GSE tanks in. So they have a bit of work to do, but there's some road closures starting tomorrow, Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they got some more road closures. So they're going to be working on that area, maybe bringing down a GSE tank or 2 this week.
Yep. And when I was down there, I noticed on top of that, by those recondensers of the orbital tank farm there, that is a lot of piping they're working on right now. And gosh, I must have saw them working on just one spot for 3 days straight, just grinding and welding. But that is some intense pipe work over there where those recondensers are. If you guys see those next to the GSE tanks, there's recondensers on both sides, and the piping and the plumbing behind that is very intense. So I would suspect it's going to take a little bit of time here for them to get all that finished up.
Yeah, and today I got on Twitter, I posted some photos of they were bringing in like what was it? Flatbed with some large piece of equipment. So and they were going to use a crane to get it off. So on Twitter, I post kind of good pictures throughout the day that I don't always. They're not long enough always to get onto YouTube. So if you'd like to see some of the daily updates, you can check out the Twitter page and some of the close-up photos and shots that I get. But that was being put over there by the tank farm also. So yeah, they're doing a lot of work over there. I don't know if it was you, John, that told me this, but some of the welds they do are about an inch thick, and they do about.
Well, that was that was over
Okay.
on the I had through the chatter through the grapevine at orbital that platform on the orbital launch pad. Some of that welding, that super thick steel, and I don't quote me on measurements or whatnot, but I've heard of like 1-inch welds. Just some very intense welding, takes a very long time.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good.
And I do know that platform is very intricate and been told, more complex than the starship itself, just to build that thing.
Okay. Interesting. Good.
Yep. Aaron wanted to know if you said when you saw him move the starship over to orbital suborbital pad B, are they still replacing the heat tiles on that?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And I'm not in the best position to get that shot, but I'll move the camera over in that direction, and you can see over the wall here maybe some of that starship up there. But I think I got some photos this morning. I can get some better shots. I have been toward the end of the day. I've been taking good shots with a Nikon P1000 camera and uploading later in the evening. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can see. I think maybe you can see the rocket there, the Starship above the wall there, and there's a bunch of red tiles still up there. There are even a few areas where there's white or silver, so they have some areas to still add new fresh tiles up there.
That's pretty sweet. Bill wanted to.
Good.
Bill, hey Bill, we see. He wanted you to try it without the umbrella.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the umbrella is to stop the sound, the wind from going across the mic on the headset that I'm wearing. But yeah, and we're getting into the evening now, so the wind is dying down a little bit. So yeah, let
Rockstar,
me know if it.
Rockstar still
Let me
wants
know
you
if you
to
get.
pan to the right.
Okay.
He's
Let's see.
still.
To,
I think he wants to
to the
see
right
the
is that
ocean.
way. Oh, the ocean. There we
Well,
go.
I'm
That helped me
guessing
out.
if you keep panning right, you're going to get to the ocean.
Okay. I'll go 360. Yeah, I can get to the ocean. Let me get that shot here. That's more toward the. There are a bunch of trucks here on the left.
Matthias, greetings from Brazil. Hey, how you doing?
So this is the direction of the ocean. I don't know if you can see it over these trucks, but I could definitely move the tripod. Let me know if you want me to move something.
Yeah, can't
That
see.
way, the
Yeah, good
ocean.
point. Different hardness of welding rods also. Yes, thank you. Yep, layers of different rods. And I'm not a
Yeah.
welder, so great points there. I don't know much about minimal welding knowledge there, but I
Cool.
just know talked about 1-inch welds. That's I know that's intense in itself.
Awesome.
Bill Cotton said you still sound great.
That's good. Thank you, Bill. Yeah, it's good that this is working. So a little to the left, your left. Yeah. Would you like to see more of the beach, or is that pretty good?
Yeah, Rockstar, what were you looking to see? A little bit of wind noise, not bad.
Okay. Yeah, the wind did pick up a little bit. Yep.
Not bad though.
But I can always open this umbrella and get rid of the wind. See?
Hey, last couple of days, Paul, have they moved GSEs around as far as the covers for them? Or are they still pretty
No.
stable?
Yeah, the only GSC I've seen them prepare for is the one over by the lever crane over there,
Mm,
and they did hook it up to that empty tank cover there on the right, all the way on the right.
yeah,
But yeah, and there are about four covers over at the build site ready to go. Pretty much, there's three ready to go, and the fourth one that they're finishing up. It looks like so. Um, Over here, we can count the number of GSEs and also covers. So we got three silver tanks there, and we got the empty cover here. So there's room for two more GSC silver tanks here on the end. So we got room for two more silver tanks, and then this empty cover here will go over one of those three over there already. So we're gonna need four more covers because we're gonna have room for two more GSCs on this side, and this will be the two methane tanks. So we need two more silver tanks and uh, four more covers. So they have four covers ready to go over there. So that's
yeah.
perfect. And I haven't seen the silver GSC tanks over there yet, but I assume that they're working on them. You know.
Falcon, I'm pretty sure the flaps stay the same on 20 for ship 21 and on. Possible changes.
Okay, yeah. And somebody this morning, Mike, who has a real estate, he works with a real estate company here in Bronzeville. His name is Mike or Michael. He showed me that he got a shot this morning of one of the flaps over at the build site. So I didn't go and check it out, and other people have taken images of the new high bay being built over there, and Mike got a picture of one of the new flaps. So yeah, there's some activity over there at the build site. I haven't checked it out, but you should maybe check out some of the other people like Nick Sweeney and maybe NASA Spaceflight might have got some of those photos.com. And what else? Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on here on the site. And this week we have several road closures, so um, who knows what's going to happen or in what order or what time of day. But we'll get some of those shots, and all of us together will get most of the shots.
I just wanted to, Barry. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's kind of a test. Paul got some new equipment and just trying out the stream here this way this time. So I would call it a test, wouldn't you, Paul?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is maybe the test two, the second official test. We did one earlier today,
that's right. Ocean
but tomorrow.
Tom Tech said Ocean Cam Studios growing up.
Yeah, it is growing up. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm happy. It's okay. So the deal with this microphone is the stream this morning. We had some issues with not being the best it could be, and I'm somewhat of a perfectionist sometimes, and I've been wanting to get a really good microphone, and rather than just throwing money away, so I decided just to do the best I could right now with. And get something maybe temporary. So this microphone is the best I could do on short notice. So I'm real happy I was able to get something that would work. And I've been really looking for something stable long term, a really good microphone. But instead of shooting for the best, I just got the best for now, and it's working.
Yeah, Chris. Actually, the audio was worse earlier before the new mic. The mic actually improved our sound. And Dan, thanks for the feedback that it's going okay. Paul's camera's a little bit choppy still, a little bit laggy.
Okay.
So thanks for the feedback.
And we were seeing earlier that after the stream ended, some of this choppiness and some of the audio corrected itself. So for those of you watching live, there's definitely going to be some choppiness, but after the stream is over, like an HD copy gets uploaded from the phone with YouTube and the phone. So there's some kind of post-production kind of upgrade on the video. I don't know about the audio, but definitely for the video. So for those of you watching later after the live stream, it might be a little bit better than during the live stream.
Oh, thanks, Rockstar. I'm gonna see if I could turn my mic down for you. Turn that down a little bit for you. Sorry, Rockstar. Is that a little better there?
Yeah, what I did, John, is I turned down my whole audio. So for me, I adjusted it on my side too. But maybe the audience could do it too. Just that we're in the future, we can get some kind of software to equalize things.
Rockstar said I got it there.
Good.
Sorry, Rockstar. It probably did seem loud. I'm work in progress for me too. New territory here.
So with this video that we're using, this is specifically going to be used for interviews and things. And I can use this microphone all the time. But so there's a interview scheduled for tomorrow. And I really wanted to check this out and see if I could get it zeroed in or dialed in before that thing tomorrow. I've been wanting to get a microphone for several months now. So this is a step up. The crunch time helped me come through and get something done here. So it is an upgrade for now, and I think tomorrow we're on a good course for a decent interview.
Dan wants to know you're using StreamYard or OBS?
Yeah, this is StreamYard. I do have OBS, but I would have to use my laptop in conjunction with that. So it'd be a little bit more work than I'm looking to do right now. Yeah, this is with a $25 a month StreamYard subscription. And I can do up to 10 people at a time simultaneous, just like you and me, John. We're 2 people. We could have another 8 people on the stream simultaneous.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Krista John, what are those pads at the entrance, Paul? Like speed bumps? I think you've talked about those before.
Yeah, those are, I think, what I've heard is to get the mud off the tires for the big trucks and the rocks and stuff. So they're kind of like you're going into your house, you want to scrape your feet and get all the dust off your shoes. Similar thing, but for the tires of the trucks and things.
Aaron, has Elon been on base recently? Well,
Yeah, I haven't.
that's a good question.
Yeah.
Um, I can attest that he was there about a week ago over the weekend with his girlfriend
Oh,
Grimes,
awesome.
and he was at the landing pad. I'm sorry, I apologize. Launching pad and production facility. He was going back and forth, checking some things out on, I want to say, Saturday. So
Okay.
I can at least tell you that much for fact. As far as details beyond that, I don't know exactly what he was checking out, but he was definitely there.
That's great. I watched one of his videos, and he was saying that how a couple days a week he would. I don't know if this is recent or his current schedule, but he would spend a couple weeks at Tesla, and he would spend a couple weeks somewhere else. I mean, a couple days at Tesla, the Tesla factory. Each week he would spend a couple days in one spot and a couple days here at the launch site or at the build site. So he would, in a week's time, he would spend a couple days at the test place and also here at SpaceX. So it's kind of interesting.
Dan, I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. I was down in Texas last week with my son Silas. We kind of went on an adventurous journey down there and got to meet a lot of cool people. It's a great trip.
Cool, y'all. And for right now, when we're doing this kind of interview, kind of or chat session, I'm not so much looking at the chat right now because then I would be standing in front of the camera. I can change it so I'm looking, so I have the camera looking away, and then I can look at the chat and kind of do it simultaneous. But at least for this one instance, John is the one looking at the chat, so that's why I'm not acknowledging all the different people and chatting with you right now.
Yeah, and
I will do that in the future.
I'm just trying to help out.
Yeah, you're picking it up, so that's really good.
Paul and John, he's Chuck Yeager from Murphy, North Carolina. All right, that's cool. You're out by the border, Tennessee border.
Nice, Chuck. Well, we could do it at least another 5 minutes, see where we go, and yeah.
Cruz had said it's a trade-off: good audio with a little choppy video.
Okay.
Muskrat likes the stream of his father. That's the thank you, Silas. Lee Whistler's from Vancouver, Canada. That's awesome.
Awesome. Big Edge. Right on, Big Edge. Woo. Well,
what are you thinking about those catch arms in QD? You think they're going up soon, Paul?
Well, some people were saying maybe within a week. Some people seem to know more than I do, and they were saying maybe within a week. I don't know.
Yeah. What about on the tower there? How we were seeing especially at night. Just for I tell them a little bit about it. It's really cool at night, guys. So sun goes down. If you're parked out there, you'll see all the welders go up on the tower. And if they're about halfway up that tower, they'll start welding at night, and you see this really cool purple glow. And you'll see all the sparks fall from the welds. And honestly, it is the coolest thing to see. And I know they were out putting up some platforms about midway, Paul. Were they still working on that? Or?
Yeah, so there are some platforms midway up the tower right now. Let me see if I can put the tower in the center here.
And I'm guessing they're putting those probably to have crew up there to mount the QD or whatnot.
Yeah, I can't zoom in with this software, but I can at least get it in the shot there. So a little higher than halfway up, you can see some larger solid structures up there. And at the top there, just one level down, you can see they have some more solid structures there too. So yeah, they are adding more flooring up there, and it is exciting to look at. And other people like Philip Botin has said that he, maybe from one of these angles, he's seen some of the areas where it'll connect. So there's some kind of connection that at least Philip has seen. He's another photographer in the area. So some of us have seen things that we think the disconnect and the catch arm will connect to.
Hey, Paul, Dan loves the new mic. You're way clearer when in front of the camera than before.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then Kevin, the Sulfur Guy from Los Angeles says hello to the both of us. Keep up the great work.
Right on. Thanks, Kevin and Dan. Nice to see you both
And
here.
Lee, yes,
Yeah.
you're planning on making a trip to Boca Chica, hopefully in about a month. Well, Lee, you got to
Awesome.
find Paul. You got to find Paul. Say hello to him.
Yeah, if any of you venture down here, I'd love to meet up with you and see what inspires you and what drove you to this place and get a little bit of your story. Sure. And if any of you ever want to get on the camera and speak to other people, you're welcome to do that also.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. You want to wrap it up, or
Yeah, we can.
anybody else? Yeah.
We can. Whatever you'd like to do, Paul. I just seeing it, being on this stream with you, it just puts a little piece of Boca Chica back in my soul. I almost feel like I'm part of you, with you there again. It's only been a week and a half, so you don't know. Right. It means a lot to me, my friend.
Thanks. Yeah, me too.
And brings it back home.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was hard to leave there. You just feel there's a lot of good energy there, and you feel the energy from like yourself, Mary from Space Flights out there, Paul.
Yeah.
You interact with these people, and these are the nicest people you'd ever meet. And I felt I didn't want to overwhelm anybody or seem like this gawker fan or whatnot, but it's really cool if you just approach people with respect, show true, sincere appreciation. And I think you felt the same, Paul, and you can comment on that, but great energy, great people down there. So it was hard to leave because it's something big going on down there, and you're getting to document a part of history. And you feel that when you go down there. So anybody who mentioned you're going down soon, you're going to love it. It's a great time.
Yeah, it's almost like going to Disney World, but for space or something, or maybe space camp or something like that. If you can get a place to stay here in the area, whether it's at a local hotel or maybe an RV park, or I'm renting at a place called MSX or Makerspace X. It's pretty close here in Brownsville, 18 miles from the site here. But they have camping, and if you can find a place that works for you, this is kind of like going to one of those other places, but focused on space,
Yeah. And anybody, reach out to Paul, or Paul can feed it to me. Yeah. But if you ever have questions as well about travel down there, maybe some other questions, places to stay, if I can help in any way too, through my experience, anything to make your trip better. We stayed at a Home to Suites in Brownsville. Free breakfast. The breakfast comes with it every morning. Silas and I were loving the breakfast. 25-minute drive out to Boca Chica. I don't want to spoil the drive for any people, but let's just say driving out there, if you've never been there before, it's something special as you see it on the skyline.
Right. Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Where did you stay once more? What was that place called?
Home to Suites. It's in Brownsville. Like I said, about 25, 30-minute drive. Not bad at all. I said, about $110 a night. Not too bad.
Did you drove in or you flew in?
We flew into Brownsville. And just so people know, you can fly in, there was somebody who had mentioned from NASA space flight. They like to fly into San Antonio because it's cheaper, and then they can rent a car, drive down to Brownsville, save a little bit of money. When I did the flights, we did it into Brownsville. The flight pricing wasn't too bad, and I didn't want to have Silas in the car forever, so we flew into Brownsville, and it was like 20-minute drive to the hotel. Brownsville's a very small airport, though. Just keep that in mind. Very tiny little airport.
Did anyone pick you up, or from the airplane or anything like that?
Yeah.
Did you get a shuttle?
Yeah. So we rented a car from Enterprise. Enterprise station's right there in the airport. You'll rent the car there, and then you just come out the doors. Right, man. It's probably a 50. That's a little shy, but 150 foot walk out to the right, and all the rental cars are in that lot. Load up and go.
Okay, that's nice. All
Yeah.
right. One thing I'm seeing here that some of you may have seen in a previous stream, I'll point this. We'll close it up soon, but I'll point something out here.
Yeah.
Um, let me see if I can. I'm going to change the layout here a little bit. See layout. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, that's not it. So there's several layouts we can do here. There we go. I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, so there's a V structure here. Some of you, I don't know if some of you may have not have seen it before, but this week they brought this structure out here, and some people think it's like, it's going to interact with the catch arm and the tower somehow, but that's something to keep a notice of in the future. There's a bunch of people working on it right now. You can maybe see, and yeah, so that's about it.
Real quick, Paul, I was just gonna for Sipu San, how far Starbase to Brownsville? What would you say, about 30 minutes by car? Somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was just chatting with John before coming here, and I drove down from Brownsville here. It's about 18 miles direct to here from where I'm staying, and it was a little bit, maybe 20, 23 miles from the Walmart that I was at. So, um, yeah, it's about 30 or 35 minutes drive. Yeah.
And then Paul, clarify again for our Begetch One. What time's that interview tomorrow?
Okay, the interview tomorrow is going to be 9 o'clock for this time here. And for Eastern time, it's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I'll post a link on Twitter, but there is a countdown clock. If you could find the live stream, it's scheduled already. And there's a countdown clock in the chat on that live stream already.
Oh, and cruising. Okay, yeah, he sees the print on my shirt. So it says chilled monkey brains, and I'm a big movie buff. I'm a big movie fan. This from Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom.
Good, me too.
Yes, Paul is too. Paul knows. I know Paul knows his movies. I love film. I could sit here all day and quote him, but yeah, that's. I'll bring it a little closer there. We got the chilled monkey brains. I probably shouldn't have printed it on a gray. I probably should have did a dark black, and then it's got the picture of the monkey. But yeah, I love movies. Love Steven Spielberg. Yeah, I could go down that road all day, but I don't want to kind of stay on top.
Interestingly, where you mentioned that yesterday with MSX, the Makerspace, they somehow they got connected with this. They're going to get a sign made up for their nonprofit, right? MSX. But the guy who's going to be fabricating their sign bought like some sound equipment that was used on the Indiana Jones set.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So he said that at the end of his YouTube, I did a little YouTube while he was chatting. The video was titled "The Feature," right? So if you listen to that toward the end of that video, he says where that sound equipment was used, and it was used on the Indiana Jones stuff. That was what they used to make that movie. So
isn't that
kind
cool?
Of interesting. Yeah.
Wow, so. That's awesome.
All right.
Well, Paul, I guess we'll sign up. I just want to thank you again. Like I said, guys, Paul is an awesome guy. To approach him out of nowhere. Can I tell him the story about the umbrella? Just real quick.
Hey, Jambo says my buddies built that set. That's cool, Jambo. If you ever want to chat more about that, Jambo, just reach out to one of us too, or maybe to the MSX crew, or to those people who bought the equipment. It was I forgot the name of the place, but you can see it on the Twitter info and also in the YouTube description of that video. Go ahead, John.
I just want to close out with this story. It's a great story, I think. I think you guys would appreciate it. But when Silas and I went down there, first met Paul, we drove by, gave him a shout out. But we came back and I approached Paul. I said, the people giving you donations and helping your studio and stream and Ocean Cam, that's awesome. But I said to him, I said, what's better than that, Paul? I said, 2,000 miles traveling and hand delivering you a brand new umbrella. So I think Paul got a kick out of that, and I thought that kind of brought some cheer to his day. But I just want to stress, awesome energy down there from everybody. Paul's a great guy, and he's sitting out in this heat. I'm going to attest to that too. It is a killer heat right now. He's out in the dunes. He's back out on the road. It's not easy. So, and we're getting all these awesome views from Paul and getting to see it live. So, obviously, I showed him some true, sincere appreciation documenting history. But I just want to thank you again, Paul, and thanks for letting me be a part of this. Means a lot to me. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you too, John. We'll see where our paths continue to cross or not. Either way, I love hanging out with you and chatting with you while you were here, and also right now on the live stream.
Well, you know I'm going to be back. I got to see a launch.
Sounds like it.
Silas will drag me there if I.
I could see that happening. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, for those of you watching, if you're inspired to come down here, if it's part of your life path and all that, you're welcome to contact us or contact me or just talk with somebody else here on site and wish you the best on your journey, whether it's including here, Starbase, or just this one live stream. And if you're watching this in the future, this is what happened in 2021, August 22nd, Sunday in the afternoon.
The best live streamer in Boca Chica in the world.
At the moment.
On the
planet Earth.
Currently at the moment on planet Earth.
That's right. And the reason for that is we are the only live streamers currently at the moment here at Starbase launch site. That's why we're the best.
I love it.
And we are the best too. So
I love it.
Okay, everybody.
All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks again.
Gals and guys. Yep. Aloha. Malo. Take care.